going on, everybody? What's up, Leo? What's up, my brother? Hope you guys had a good weekend. This weekend was my wife's birthday weekend, so we did a bunch of things celebrating. Started basically we started Thursday night. We did music in the park, and then Friday we was the Morgan Wallen tribute band, and then Saturday was a Tuscadero. We have kind of like a Hot August Nights Tuscadero. It kind of took a little while to get going, but it got going. A couple food trucks, a couple bands. We went to go watch the 90 Babies. This is a group that specializes in remaking, playing the 90 music over again, kind of old school stuff. It's fun. My wife likes it. They put on a pretty good show. They're what's cool about what I like about them is how they are with the people. Like when they're done, they stick around. What's up, Michael? They hang out. How you been, my brother? But they hang out and they kick back with the audience and kind of see how everybody's doing, see what they like. And they're just real good. Like they're I don't know if they're barely starting now. We barely started seeing them, but they've been around for a while. They're from the Ventura area, but they do all the way to Fresno. They do a lot of different things, but they really like go out, walk around, take pictures with the audience, try to get to know the people, try to figure out what they want. You know, to be honest with you, sometimes tribute bands are more fun than the actual band itself. Because you know it's like I don't know. If the music sounds good, if it sounds good, it sounds good. You know what I mean? So you get to have fun going on. And it was just a good time, man. We had a great time. But man, it's been a ghost town around here for me. My wife's in the medical field, so she's kind of blessed with, you know what I mean? People don't stop getting sick and people don't stop having babies. She's actually works. What's up, Matt? What's up, J.A.? I don't know. I can't wait to see. But anyway, she kind of works in the medical field, or she's does what do you call it when you do with women? It's she's the manager of women's health, basically. And they do mostly pregnant women, but they do I don't know, women's health stuff. And so if you're like kind of in the medical field, you're kind of good, you're kind of okay. Things stay the same. Things don't really change up. But if you're in business like me, I do barbecues and hot rod parts for Oldsmobiles, where that's more of a luxury. So if you're not feeling safe about your money or about the government or about anything going on, you're not gonna spend money. So, anyways, so it does what it is. You know what I mean? So you gotta get used to that. So right now, I don't think people are buying anything, and so I've been like, I don't want to do no side projects because I don't want to miss no. Yeah, we had a blast deal. I don't want to miss no phone calls. You know, because that one phone call might be the call. You know what I mean? To where if you like, you don't want to take no chances. You don't want to miss nothing. So I'm like waiting by the phone. So here's what you do not do. You do not go on the computer and look at like a news where you can get drawn into it. So today I got drawn into it. So I knew it was kind of bad, but I kind of try to stay away from it. I'm trying not to look at it because, man, if there's ever a time when you want to give it to God, right now is the time. Because I didn't realize how bad it is. And I'll explain to you what I'm talking about. First, we're going to put this meat ready. So today, we're going to do some, so I got some you know, like Uncle Steve Shake. Well, when I get to the bottom of them, I threw a bunch of just different random ones in this. And so I don't know what it is, but it tastes super good. It lacks a little bit of pepper, so I'm going to add a little bit of pepper to it. And basically make some chicken breast. Starting number one, food. Food's super expensive. I don't know, I showed you where I bought a chicken breast for like between $2 and $4. Now it's like $7. That's double the price. All right. So you know the American dream. What's the American dream? You want to get a good job, you work hard, and you buy a house and you raise your family. Well, for Californians, that's pretty much over with, dude. If it's true what I saw, and I don't see why they were lying. They were like in Orange County, and they're in Orange County, and they're going pricing these houses. Dude, a house for my size house, smaller yard, but so my house is a little bit under 1,500 square foot. This was 1,600 square foot. $1,500,000 for a house, dude. I don't see my kids having a chance in buying a house. It's man. We don't even know what if you're like me, where you bought your house. I bought my house when everything crashed back in like 2009. So if you're like me and you bought your house at that time, and you're not realizing what things cost. Dude, our kids don't have a chance, man. I almost want to go give my son a hug and my daughter. What's up, John? What's up, brother? I almost want to go give him a hug. Like, hey, man, I don't even know what to tell you, boy. Like I don't even know how to help you. It's a pretty messed up situation. But yeah. So don't go looking at the news, man. It'll be very discouraging, especially if you have kids around my age, around my kids' age, where you know they got to, you know what I mean? They're trying to start a family, and they're trying to get into things. And hey, man, it's bad for them right now. You know what I mean? So I don't even know, like, I wouldn't even know what to tell my son right now. We were talking about it on Friday, and he wanted. So I'm gonna call these people I know that own some land and see what they're willing to do. See if they're willing to, like, maybe so my son can like maybe think about building. And he said he don't mind living in the outskirts a little bit, but even that's expensive, man. Thank you, Michael. Hey, I've been working on it, man. I'll give you guys a little tour of what I'm doing. But yeah, but I'm running late on that. So you know when you do chicken breast, here's what you do. Hey, brother, roll up here. I got one right here. Come get them. I have all the sizes. I have all the sizes. That's right. I thought I sold it. I didn't sell it. I have all the sizes, brother. Come get it. Text me. What's up, big sexy? About time. Yeah, that's about it. If they don't win the lottery, or they don't have a job making a certain amount. So houses are not that much right here. They're not $1.5 million, but they're up there like 800,000 for like. Fuck, I wonder what my house is worth now. But they're saying it's gonna crash. It's gonna come back down. But for now, they're spending like $5,000 a month for rent. That's a lot of money, brother. That's a lot. So you really like my son's working every day, no days off, working for his job, doing side jobs, and he's trying to make money. He wants to start his own business, but he needs to be making $1 million a year to get what I have right now. We're used to be able to buy that making 80,000, 50,000. You mean you'd be cutting it tight at 50,000, but you can swing it. Where now you're not swinging it unless you want to live with a bunch of people in your house and 5 families in one house with 20 cars in front of your house. You can't make it, man. It's pretty hard, man. Let me show you, Michael, what I got going on here. So this is my wife's little spot right here. Kind of made it hot tub. Believe it or not, that little blue cover right there will get this thing up to about 100 degrees, 100 to 104. Today it wasn't too hot, so maybe only about 95, 96. But I kind of built all this right here for her. That's her. She does all the plants. I just put this privacy wall for her birthday. So this is brand new. I just did this last week. But yeah, so we did this all around right here. I got all cement right here. I got to redo that cover of the truck. I'm going to build something there. But I got it all cleaned back right there. Put this cover for working, and I don't have no work. All these years, I've been working without a cover, man. All these years. And my wife finally made me put a cover, and no work, man. But it's all good, man. Hey, it's all in God's hands. It's all in God's hands, brother. It's all in God's hands, man, when it comes down to it. You got to remember that. It's all in God's hands. So if you guys have teenagers around my age, if you got people, know that they're going through, man, like car insurance. So I noticed the car insurance with my daughter. So my daughter pays $4,000 a year for her car insurance, and she has to go to college. It's crazy. It's insane almost. It was messed up. Her friend was going to school. They both moved to Visalia, and her friend got hit. The guy was illegal, no car insurance, no license, and basically gonna get away with it because You know what I mean? And she didn't have full coverage. She had regular, so she basically got her car stolen from her instantly like that. You know what I mean? Because you just lose your car. That's it. You know what I mean? He doesn't pay. He might go to jail for a little bit, but yeah, that's another thing. But that being put aside, just in bills, car insurance. So these are things you gotta have. You gotta have a house. You gotta have car insurance. It's mandatory. You know what I mean? It's law. If you get caught, you get busted. But it's so freaking high that you know what I mean. After you pay your car insurance, you gotta decide like, do I want car insurance or do I want to have a car? Don't even want to have a car at all. It's but my daughter has to have a car. But anyway, don't look at the news, man, if you're not prepared because it's a sticky situation right now. California is bad. The other states are not so bad. California is pretty bad, and they say it's only going to go up. They say it's supposed to crash, but for now it's just going to keep going up and up and up. So I don't know. I kind of created a bubble for myself where, as long as I pay my property tax and my shit, as long as I pay my property tax, and I'll have a place to go. I mean, if they turn my power off and everything else, I'll set up. But my wife works, so even if I'm not making money, my wife has a steady job. She's the one who pays for like all our health insurance and stuff like that. We don't have no car payments. All the stuff we bought, we paid cash. We have not paid cash. We paid everything off already. So we got our house, but our house is paid for. So I just have to pay for property tax and that's it. But other than that, and I bought a house in Prompt, so I'm paying that. But my brother pays rent to me, so that kind of pays for itself. But other than that, I mean, we just basically we create this bubble where we're kind of good. But for people coming up right now, it's not looking good for them, man. I'm looking at it, and right now it always gets slow when around election time. You know, I feel that when people don't feel safe in what they're doing, they don't want to spend money, so they're gonna hold on to their money. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. Let me do a little rundown of what I'm doing. So basically, you guys got here. I do some chicken breast. So on chicken breast, I got a science to it where I'm not a chicken breast fan. I really don't like chicken breast, but I got to where I can cook it where it tastes good. So what I do is you have to run the lid. What the lid does, it traps the heat. So you still get that Santa Maria flavor, but you're able to trap the heat. And what that does is it speeds up the cooking time. Don't worry, Mom. Don't worry about Santa Maria without it. You can do it without a lid. It's kind of Santa Maria is kind of forgiving like that. But this running the lid really increases the taste of it and the speed of how fast it cooks. Look at that little drive-by. Look at that. Yeah, bro. See? And that right there, it's just me and my wife. So we'll probably split one of those and eat just one because it's pretty fat. I'll cook some veggies. We've been trying to eat healthy. We've been kind of messing up on the weekend. Like I said, I'm not drinking, but when there's like something going on, I'll have a couple beers. And then I got pretty drunk on Friday when we went to, I drank a lot of beers when we went to that Morgan Wallen thing. But yeah, so it was fun though, man. It's my wife's birthday. We had a blast. She had fun. That's what matters. I just gotta remember, like you can't say you're only gonna drink on special occasions because sometimes everything could be a special occasion. Like special occasions got to be like maybe your wife's birthday, your anniversary, maybe Christmas, maybe Thanksgiving. Narrow down to stuff like that. It can't be like Joe's birthday, Fred's birthday, because if you think about it, there's a birthday every weekend. Like I think next weekend is my nephew's birthday. So same thing. Oh, same thing. So I have two tri. I go, hey. It's my brother. I tell him, hey Sam, don't buy no tri-tips, man. I got two in the refrigerator from when they were on sale. I got them for like $30 for two tri-tips. Because right now I'm at the store, I saw them for between 50 and 70 for two tri-tips. That was the range, depending on the weight. $50 and $70 for a tri-tip. Everybody knows about tri-tip, man. That's actually double the price. It should be between 30 and 35. That should be the price for about two of them when they're on sale. It's like, you know what? It only goes so far where like I'm guilty on it. You know, I'll blame like I said. I kind of consider myself more on the Republican side because I kind of lean to more what they're going to. But really, some of the other Republicans do. So we can only blame so much shit on the Democrats because we're letting it happen. So yeah, their stuff is causing this, but we let it happen. So you know what I mean? Unless we're willing to do something about it, we let it happen. That's all I can say about that. So like I said, as soon as eventually people are gonna be like, "Hey man, we can't afford this no more. This is crazy." Where I'm just judging it. I have two businesses that don't connect. Two businesses that are in two different eras, two different things. So one's in hot rods, one's in barbecue, and they both slow down. They never both stopped at the same time. It's always one or the other, and they're always teeter totter. Or sometimes they're just or they're both going, but they never both stopped. Does that make sense? So it's either teeter totter or they both go. They might slow down, but not completely slow down. Where right now it's like completely slowed down. And I'm only able to be confident for two reasons. The way I create my businesses, I have plenty of stock of car parts and plenty of stock of barbecues. And the way I created my businesses, I got no overhead. So if I don't make no money today, I just don't make no money today. You know what I mean? I don't lose money. It's not like I have a store and I have employees and I have to pay rent, insurances, and all that stuff. So that's every day you don't make money, that's a loss. Where I don't have a loss, I just have a zero. That makes sense? I don't go backwards. And that's why I give everything to the Lord. Everything. I give everything to the Lord because He able to create this little bubble for me. I didn't want to be so. You guys know I always talk about how I got a lot of trouble when I was younger. I hated the fact that I felt like I had handcuffs on. So no matter what I did, they were always able to put me in this bubble, like, oh, you're this and that, so we can get away with paying you this and that. No matter how good you were, you could do 3 times the amount of work as that person, but we know you can't go nowhere else to get a job. So if you're that route, then you want to get out of that route, then you need to come up with something on your own. That's why I don't play the race card or any of that shit. Because I'll tell you now, I'll top any of this shit of being held hostage with things holding you down. You know what I mean? So if you're held down because you letting things hold you down. This country allows anybody and everybody to flourish if you want to work hard enough. Except now, with all the shit going on with how much things cost, you can work your ass off and you'll still survive. I was telling my son, as long as you work, you'll survive. But man, you're not gonna buy a house. You're not gonna you're gonna probably live in an apartment. Even apartments are like 25 to $3,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment right here. That's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot. I couldn't even imagine having to pay that for an apartment. So, and these are the things I saw. But today, what I saw, I didn't even know it was that bad. I hear every now and then, like, we got some new apartment next week for this. I told my cousin to apply for there because he said he want to move up here. He called me and said, I can't live up there, man. It was like $2,800 for an apartment. I'm like, oh shit. Between 28 and 35. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And so I just hear little things like that's how I find out things. But what I saw on the news today, man, that's pretty insane, man. That's a pretty crazy situation. So if you guys have kids between 18 and 25, we're trying to start out, trying to do something, just know they're in a world of hurt, man. It's gonna be pretty. Or if you live in California, they gotta move out. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta move out. But what sucks is everywhere you go, the weather is. If you're used to California weather, it's hard to deal with bad weather. You know what I mean? Like I was in Florida. Florida was nice. Florida was cool. But man, that humidity was bad. When I went to Arizona, man, was it hot. You know what I mean? I went to Fontana. Fontana was fucking, that day when I went to Fontana with my dad, that was pretty bad. We had a rough time. We weren't used to it. I remember living down there not feeling that way. But I don't remember being like that. I lived there for years. And I don't remember being like that. And man, being right here, the worst thing we get, like right now, we're going to get a bunch of wind. But it gets about 100 sometimes. But it's not the humidity. It's not humid heat. It's just hot. You can't really work in it. But it's actually you can if you really want to. But it's a little bit strong. My son does it. Right in my tongue. It's pretty crazy, man. You sacrifice a lot, but I don't think it's about as much money that they're trying to charge people for houses. I don't think that is fair. I don't think that is worth the weather. I think I would learn to put up with the weather somewhere else if I was in that situation. I don't want my son to leave. He's about to have my first grandbabies, so I want to be part of my grandbaby's life. But if he leaves, I understand because I don't see a future for him other than renting an apartment. I don't see him being able to let or he starts a business where he's able to make like at least $300,000 to $500,000 a year. At least that might get him into a house. He has to at least make that. But if he can't come up with that, I don't see how he's gonna do it. Because no one wants to be in a house where you spend all your money on the house and now you can do nothing else. You can't go out. You can't. I mean, all you do is work and pay for your house. I mean, pay 5,000 times more for your house is worth. Dude, I don't even know what $1,000,005 house would be in interest. What would that be in a 30-year interest rate? Like, what would that be even at a low interest? Like, how much would you pay in 30 years? You know, when you like, so when you buy a house for like 200,000, but by the time you're done paying it, it's 400,000 or 500,000. What would $1,000,005 be? You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's some insane shit right there. But we had a great weekend, man. I wish I had more things to do. I should have just been out here working, man. You ever hear that saying, ignorance is bliss? Hey, Shirley, how you doing? But you ever hear that? That, you know what I mean? What you don't know can't hurt you? Man, I almost wish I didn't know. Like, shit. We're doing some chicken breast today, Shirley. Just keeping it simple. I'll teach people to trap the heat. Save. Well, there's two things for you. One, it saves in how much wood and charcoal you use. Two, it cooks the meat faster. So like if you're doing like meats that are prone to drying out, especially like chicken breast, turkey, trap it with a lid. Use different size. I have different size lids that I use that lets me trap the heat, lets me cook things faster. And I still get that Santa Maria flavor I'm looking for. I tell you right now, I can almost guarantee you, no one could top me making a chicken breast. I'm not even a chicken breast fan, but I made it to where I like the way I do it. I like the way it comes out. I do pretty good at it. But other than that, you use these little chunks of oak sticks chopped up. But yeah, man, it's been a good weekend, man. Weather's starting to cool down. It was actually cold on Saturday night when we were at the park at the shows. I was mad because I couldn't get. Man, I got brand new brakes on my car and everything. I got everything on the 64, and the brakes keep jamming. Where they jam, lock, open, where they just I can't. Where this rim gets stuck. And trust me, I know what I'm doing. I've done it. I'm gonna try one more thing. I need a second person. I'm gonna try. I did it with a bleeder. I'm gonna try bleeding the brakes with somebody pumping the brake and see if that works. Maybe the master cylinder didn't get bled right. I don't know. My brother said I could have got a bad master cylinder or a bad wheel cylinder. I put everything brand new because it's all brake shoes all the way around. So we're brand new wheel cylinders, brand new brakes, brand new drums, brand new master cylinder. The only thing I didn't change is the line the stuff flows through, but everything flows through the line is perfect, so there shouldn't be no problem with that. But again, I'm gonna flush that out, see if I can figure out what's going on, and see if I can fix that. But I need 2 people. I tried bleeding brakes for my wife, and she couldn't get down the concept. I'm gonna try it one more time. They always say never do that with your wife. That's one of the worst things to do is try to bleed brakes with your wife. That's what his old man taught me. Yeah, there's different lids, man. Different lids trapping the heat. So a lot of people think you can't run a lid with Santa Maria. You can. I like to get, what the best lids are to get are those cheap 18s and those cheap 14s, those fake ones. I buy them brand new just for the lid, and I always keep the grates and throw the rest away. Just for the lid, because you can drill a hole, put a thermometer in it, and you can actually control the heat inside the lid. That's one of my favorite things to do. Because it's what's up, Troy? Thank you, brother. I know I've been out here too well. I've been out here too much. I know you guys can hear the pumps on. Hear the pump in the pool? I got the pump in the corner. Sucks out the bottom, throws it back in the top. Pretty cool, huh? But we don't even get. You know what? I think we're gonna take it down in the winter. It's been sitting in the back for a long time, for years. We'll probably take it down in the winter and put something else, and maybe put the fire pit back and the chairs, and then and then summertime switching back and forth. We don't know how to use it in the summer, and it won't get hot. Unless I hook up some kind of heating system, and I don't think, but I don't think we use enough for me to stress out and try to figure out a heat system. I could probably figure it out, but I think it'd be a waste of time. I think we would never use it. We just have it there and we would never use it basically. My Roxy girl, I'm baby girl, I'm fat girl. She's been working hard all day. She's been doing sitting around. What's up, Bradley? What's up, my brother? How you been? Yeah, man. I've been just sitting around waiting for phone calls. Gonna make dinner for my wife gets home. I did a load of laundry. Washing all the dishes. Just waiting for on the computers, just watching different like news stuff. And I don't recommend you watch news. Don't watch the news. It'll get you upset. It'll get you discouraged. You know what I mean? It'll discourage you. It's almost like you'll keep trying if you don't know shit's fucked up. But hey, you know shit's looking like, oh fuck it, I ain't gonna waste my time, man. It's all fucked up anyway. But if you don't know, you keep doing it. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. My son told me on Friday he want me to try calling that lady. And she's a good friend of ours. She's super cool. She has a bunch of land, and she sold some of it, so I only want like maybe 1 or 2 acres. And that's another problem with California is all the rules. There's so much rules, so you can have some land, but you need to make sure what you can do on it. Like what you need to look at all the rules first before you even buy it, because you might not even be allowed to build on it, or there might be no water and then the dirt. So there's things go as far as you can't even run a septic system if that dirt won't absorb water fast enough. So you got that to deal with. You got to deal with even there's water for a well. And right here is a lot of wineries. So the wineries here have brought the water table down. So where someplace you only got to go so deep, here you got to go crazy deep just to hit water. You got that to deal with. It's just, I don't know. And I always look into everything before I do anything. Like when I start my business, I read books. I read Business for Dummies. I read books on taxes. I watch those seminars on YouTube. You know, people go in those seminars and they'll record them when they're not supposed to, and they'll put them on YouTube like an hour long. I probably watched at least 100 hours of seminars and different things on starting a business before I even started my business. Like I did more, and then I ran businesses for people, so I knew how to order stuff and do that part. Probably the hardest part in business for me is taxes. Taxes is the hardest part. I'm lucky I don't have no employees, because if I did, I'd be fucked. Because you get employees, you open up to a whole nother realm of insurances, workman comp, all kinds of stuff. That's why it's good if you own a business. If you can keep it just family, you can bypass all that. But if you open up a business and you get one employee, you open yourself up to a whole nother world. A whole nother world of taxation and crazy shit. It's pretty crazy. Business itself is not that hard. It's taxes that's hard. Business itself is not that hard, man. It's not. It's as long as you get up every day and know that you're gonna work more than normal. People think, oh, you're gonna work less. No, you're gonna work more. At least for the first couple of years, you're gonna work more. Look at that. I always take my meat by where I squeeze it. Want to rotate a little bit. There's always more heat in the middle. That is what it is. I mean, that way it'll cook kind of evenly. Chicken, there's a couple ways to test it. I don't use gauges. I don't use thermometers in there. I check it by a mental timer in my head. Also by how squishy it is. If it's too squishy, you know not to. You know, chicken is not chicken, not like beef where you can leave it raw in the middle. You don't want to eat raw chicken. Same thing with pork. You want to cook it all the way through. So that's how I check it when I do it. I'll leave you guys a little view on it so you guys can see. Right there, brother, right there. And lately, I've been doing it without any kind of like, you know, before I always put like, I say suntan lotion. I got kind of burned down that because sometimes that flavor, whatever juices I'm using, that'll overwhelm it'll take that flavor. And don't get me wrong, you guys new to it and doing it, you're gonna love it. I used to love it, but I'm not that I don't like it. I just been doing it for too long, and I got played out with doing it. Now that does help it from drying out. So if you don't do that right now, you gotta be a little more strategic now because you don't want to dry things out. Satameer already helps you with not drying stuff out. It already helps you let you cook the meat. You can actually cook the meat more through and not dry it out. But like I said, chicken breast, turkey, stuff that is prone to drying out, it's still hard. You got to get it. And I got on the dot, run the lid, season it, um, and just pay attention to it. And like I said, anything you can dry out anything can dry out. Yeah, and I can't come up with for this. I've been trying to come up with new ideas. Okay, I'm gonna help my kids out. I'm gonna come up with a new idea for a new business so I can make more money, and I can help buy them a house or help buy them things. And shit, I'm gonna have to come up with a fucking good idea to make that much money. You know what I mean? But it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy for youngins for young people these days, or just starting out. School's high. You know, I'm gonna say it. People are get mad at me. We need someone like Donald Trump to get in there and just knock all that shit out. School shouldn't cost that much. Food shouldn't cost that much. House shouldn't cost that much. Fire all the people if their jobs ain't important, fire them. I don't believe a politician should be a politician more than 5-10 years anyway. I think it should be a 10-year cap. Once they're 10 years up, they're out. That way you get fresh ideas in, new things. You get people that start liking the power. They get hooked. They flip flop too much. You know what I mean? 1 minute you have old videos of them talking shit about this, and then next minute when they're trying to get office, they're for the same thing that 8 years ago ran against. You know what I mean? So this way, I think it'll kind of avoid that kind of shit. But then again, you get a lot of new people now. I think some of the new people are kind of messed up. Like they're things they let go on, like instant for stuff that goes on in schools now. They want to push that LGBTQ stuff, and they want to push take religion out of schools, and they put religion back and leave it back to what this country's based on. We're a Christian nation. Number 2, schools for learn math, science, history, electives. Put all the electives. I think you should be more on electives, like welding and plumbing and science and like my daughter had medical assistant school. More on the elective side in high school. That way, when you get out, you have an actual skill. I don't know. Someone be like that. Wait a minute, like, okay, that hammer don't cost $10. It's $2 for the hammer. Things like that. You know what I mean? It's easy to get back to. You don't need to pay $10 for a hammer because when it's not your money, you don't care. So you don't care how much something costs because you didn't have to pay for it. You didn't have to do it. So you don't care. And you never had a job. You know, I'm sorry, but you never had a job. A politician never had a job. They never got up in the morning and went to work. You know what I mean? They don't know what it's like to go and work for your money. They don't know what it's like to go and their back hurts or they're tired or they went to their kids' soccer all weekend and now they got to drive back to work and work a man job or a woman like my wife works in a medical clinic where you're constantly on your feet, you're moving around, you're checking patients in, or you're building a house, or you're doing this, or you're working on a car all day, or you're pouring cement, or you're a plumber, or you're a welder. They don't understand work, so they don't understand value of money. So all they understand is, oh, you need more money, we'll just get more money from them, pay for that. You know what I mean? And that right there, we need to cut out. That has to all be cut out. You cut all that out, everything, you put money where it goes, and it'll be a lot better. Then our kids wouldn't have the problem we're having now where they can't buy a house. What's up, Myron? What's going on, my brother? Monday, man. Back to work. Well, I could almost say I'm unemployed because I didn't have to work today. So, but I was up. I was waiting for them phone calls. I sold one thing today. I made like $10, and I think PayPal and it took made more money than I did because they for running the credit card. But other than that, so we're just gonna make some chicken, give some veggies. We're gonna watch. So we like to watch stuff to make us laugh. Try not to watch anything like. I like to watch Big Bang Theory, or we're watching Mike and Molly. You guys ever seen Mike and Molly? That's a good one. If you've never seen it, I'm not sure. I think it's on Netflix or it's on HBO Max. Find it, watch it from the beginning to the end. It's super funny. I guarantee you guys will enjoy it. I already finished it off. I'm not gonna tell you what happened. Mike and Molly's good. Like right now, we're watching The Ranch again. Ranch is funny. I like The Ranch. Ranch cracks me up. Started watching it last night, but we like trying to watch stuff like that. If anybody knows a funny show that's like that, let me know so I can watch it. Or I watch old shit. We were watching Perfect Strangers. You guys remember Perfect Strangers? Watching that for a while. I think we stopped watching that because it's on my chip box, and my chip box stops a lot. Someone's box where you can watch everything, but it kept stopping and going and stopping. We got tired of doing that. There's a little drive. I'm right here. Check this out. Just doing a chicken breast, man. Too simple. Those I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can get two days out of that. There's gonna be too much meat for me and my wife to eat for one night, so we'll eat that like tonight and tomorrow. But so I probably won't go live tomorrow because I probably won't barbecue. I'll just cook, I'll chop it up and make something with it. So that's it, man. I'm just chilling, man. I want to say what's up to everybody. Hope you have the best evening. I'm gonna say one of my lessons of the day is stay away from the news. Well, then I'd be like, stay away from my videos because I talked about it, but I won't talk about it next time. I just tell you what happened during the day, and that's what happened. I was bored. I didn't want to miss any phone calls, sitting by the computer. I put on YouTube, and there it was. And you click on one thing, it feeds you more things. So it almost like feeds into you. Like, oh, man. But anyway, guys, here's the message of the day. Just give it to God. Stay off the computer. Don't watch the news. Ignorance is bliss. I was playing. What you don't know can't hurt you, right? But yeah, man. So you guys have kids out there or close to age of mine, you know, give them a hug because they need it. They're struggling right now, or they're about to get into a struggle. But anyway, guys, you guys have a blessed rest of your week. Like always, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being part of Gabbys Grills. Hey, I know it's not from people not sharing because I see lots of videos, especially like Big Ron from Texas Chapter Barbecue. He's always posting like the best videos, from the greatest videos I ever came across. Man, he makes great videos. But he makes videos. Jason Chancellor's making videos. Joe, there's people have their Gabbys Grills. They're making videos. Joe's posting all the time. Everybody's always posting. So I know that's not the reason. I know there's enough. There's same as before. It just right now times are tight. People are tight with their money. Things are expensive. They're not spending their money on toys. They're spending their money on stuff that's important, like their family, food for their family, stuff they need, their bills, and that's understandable. You know what I mean? They don't got time to buy a barbecue or buy hot rod parts. I need to find something else to sell. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, man. I mean, things are tight, so things just have to be what it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, brothers, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a blessed evening. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Hope you guys had a blessed weekend. And remember, man, when it all comes down to it, God is good, brother. God loves you guys. You guys have a blessed evening. You guys be safe. And until next time. Yeah. Love you guys, huh? Thanks for all you do. Have a blessed rest of your week. Bye.